Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This, of course, is the Detectives of Gotham. I am Detective Rand, and with me is a man that I have gotten to know over these last couple of months. Jason, I was ecstatic that you brought me over for your table read. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you for that. First of
Of
all,
course.
uh,
Absolutely.
I mean, not only just to hear what you had wrote, because you wrote you wrote it, you're
Mm-hmm.
directing it,
Yep.
and you're starring in it,
That is correct.
right?
Ego trip.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no, I don't see it that way.
It's good.
I got to see the Joker. The guy that you had at the table read for the Riddler was fantastic. Uh, um, then you had the young lady that played the Huntress,
Mm-hmm.
and she also did the computer voice.
She's the
She,
best.
yeah, she was phenomenal. Now the lady who was with the Riddler,
Mm-hmm.
are they a married couple or are
They
they
are. Yep. Stephanie and Kelly. Yep.
okay? She was phenomenal, and she was a gracious host too, because she was like, "Hey guys, there's plenty of food over there. Go over there, get what you want." I was like, "Wow, okay, thanks." But her voice acting skills was on point, and I love the way you guys all collaborated
Mm-hmm.
and was doing everything else. And then you had another young lady who was playing Harvey Dent's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, as a fan of the Batman universe, I was in there just like this. I was oh my god,
I kept watching you too. I'm like, look at his face. Look at his face.
dude, because you kept dropping these little nuggets of, and
Mm-hmm.
I finally kind of get that multiverse appeal of things, because here was this slice of Batman universe that was just its own entity, and the way you connected pieces and dropped little names here, and you had this guy over here, and I have to say this up front, guys. I need you to understand that we're not giving you any spoilers, so
Nope.
it's going to be
Not
kind
gonna
of
happen.
cryptic. It's going to be kind of cryptic about what we're talking about in certain aspects, because I don't want to. I myself was not given privy to the script until I got there, and that just made it even better. Because when you handed it to me, I'm sitting there going, "Oh, okay," and then you're like, "Hey, are you actually going through it?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no." Okay. Oh,
Just a little bit.
but it was so exciting. All the voices that you had there, these people uh brought such a gravitas to your production.
Oh yes.
I do need to say this though. I personally think the Joker was the hardest person working in that room, because that poor man had to do all your stage directions and read out the script, and he was coordinating everything, and I was like, oh wow. But when he did his Joker cackle and everything else, I was like, okay, I see why. I see why.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I
you
will
know,
add for the viewers real quick. That's my brother, Ian, who plays the Joker, and on set, he wears every single hat except the director's hat. He's the assistant director, makeup, time warden, time management, I should say, but he acts like a warden a little bit. Um, he plays any extra that we need. He's a really good actor, so we just give him a different outfit. You don't even really know it's him, and it's just
well,
crazy.
and I will be honest with you when I tell you this. I found him, just man, powerful and yet compassionate when it came to talking to the crew and the set. A total approachable person. At the same time, he was like, "Okay, guys, we got to get this done. All right, here we go. 1 minute warning and all this." I mean, it was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Um, I you know, you had so, and I want to name drop. Yeah, I have to bring it back in. The actor that you had portraying certain other characters, I'm not gonna.
Mm.
I wanted to name a few, so they got a kind of thing. And when my friends were asking me, they were, well, what was it like? I was like, picture the Arkham game series, but also picture the new Batman, and
Mhm.
that's who this one character was. And they were like, what? I'm like, dude, the it's not this goofy, you know, character.
Yeah.
You know, actually, you've got two characters that are like that.
Hmm.
Okay, again, I don't want to just keep dropping names.
Yeah.
Both of your villains are portrayed as in the Arkham and in the new The Batman movie. One of them, I will say this, had a series out that should have won a lot of awards but didn't, which is beyond me.
I agree.
But this guy was, he was, you know, and I'm going to admit this to you. I I I I started watching some of the Arkham gameplay, and of
Mhm.
course, you know, I have it on my PlayStation. I have it on my Xbox. So I started playing that, you know, because as I was at the table read, I'm sitting there. I put my earbud on, and I
Mhm.
go to 89 Batman, and I hit Danny Elfman's soundtrack.
Oh, that's the
So
best.
I had the soundtrack in my ear, and I'm listening to these people. And then there would be times that I would just kind of sit there and, like, you know, kind of immerse myself into it. And I was just like, oh my God, you're killing me. And then you did something that I was like, man, did he just do what I think he did? And I was like, you brought in a character that I'm trying to cosplay as, and I was like, oh my God. You know,
I only did it because of you. I only brought him
uh,
in because of you.
really,
Seriously. Yep.
look, man, I'm telling you, oh my God, man, you know, because my boy done hooked me up with my
Oh
sword
man,
and
that is
everything
so
else.
cool.
And my son-in-law had 3D printed the mask and everything. So right after Convivial, that is all I'm working for, because I need those big gauntlets,
Oh
those big, you
yes.
know, black and red gauntlets that he has. But everything else is, you know, pretty much done. But I'm I am so grateful to you for that. And you know, like I told you, I extend this to you now, live here on this
I
show,
appreciate that a
that
lot,
I want
actually.
you back. No, no, I haven't even given it to you. I want you back every month, at least
Yes.
once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Even if we don't talk about your show, just to talk about Batman and your love for Batman, because it's so hard to just to talk about it without talking about it.
I know, right?
Right? Because you know, because at the end I'm sitting there going, no, 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 because there's gonna be something, right? And I'm like, oh man, I was like, wow, wow. I mean, the moment that I hit the outside, I'm like, God, man, you guys, dude, I can't. I said, I said, I've already asked him, um, you know, about it, and I said, you know, we're going to do a show this Tuesday, because everybody's like, I thought you said we're going to shut down for the convention. I said, yeah, but this can't wait. This is one of those things that can't wait. Um, we had another guest that's going to come on tomorrow, another Batman fan, Dogs of Gotham
Nice.
fan, but um, this was something that you allowed me to peek into your world, and I was just like, oh my God, guys, you have to do this. And now you have a clip.
Yep. I'm excited to show you all this.
Okay, so you'll be able to you should be able to hear it, and if you need to say anything, you should be able to interject. what I'm gonna do here. I could do that.
Who is that handsome devil? Look at that.
Look at that. Ah, ah. I guess we should. I could do that, or no. I'll leave us in there. I'll leave us in there.
Yeah,
Give the
cool.
world a bigger view of us.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here we go.
But what do you know? Our newest member is dead, Robin.
You know, Roy talks about you a lot. He seems to trust you with his life. Shame I don't share that sentiment. That's why you look so familiar. I watched you die on the dark web.
Your kind isn't welcome here.
I swear, if I had my guns on you right now, I would kill you.
Ooh.
What are you gonna do about it, big guy?
All right, that's enough. Now, for the reason I called you all here. For over a decade, Argus has been searching for a very powerful item known as the Heart of Darkness. And if fallen into the wrong hands, it could very well destroy the world.
And what if Argus is the wrong hands?
The last time it was in your grasp, my son died. I think it's wise, Waller, has it? I would hate for someone else to get killed in the process.
As I was saying, I will be sending you 6 into Canvas Labs where we believe it is being kept under lock and key. Yes, Miss Den.
If that's what we're doing, why do we need his help then? Don't we have enough firepower?
Well, yes, while that may be true, Jason has a history with wielding magical items. He will be the one to handle the heart after it is found. Now, it is the only way to ensure it won't kill someone else, as it did Mr. Wilson's son.
Hey, I'm okay with that. At least this time I don't have to wear a stupid mustache. What? I'm just saying.
If you would have listened, stop playing with the damn thing, you wouldn't have an issue.
Mr. Wilson will be running point on this mission, so if we by some reason lose contact, he will be in charge.
So I have to follow his orders? Like hell I do. Not after he's tried to kill Roy and Dick.
It is obvious this room is full of distrust, so think of this mission as a trust exercise.
But what do you know? Our newest member is dead, Robin.
What do you think?
I'm telling you, my thing was you brought in B-lister characters, and that's not to say that they are B-lister characters, but characters they overlooked. Arrow actually kind of gave us a good shot at Bronze Tiger, but like I keep telling everybody, as soon as I saw him, I said, well, then Arrow's in trouble. And they're like, why? Why would you say that? I'm like, because Bronze Tiger consistently can beat Batman.
Yep.
Oliver Queen cannot beat Batman. So there is just no way. You know what I mean? The fact that you have the little J on the cheek. Oh my God. The showmanship that you bring to that.
Yes.
You're Amanda Waller.
Oh my gosh, she's fantastic. She's friends with my brother, and I was trying to cast for her, and my brother said, because I saw her, she was in a Little Mermaid play, a local one, and she played Ursula. And I was like, she was amazing in that. And my brother ended up working with that musical company or theater company and got closer to her, and he was all like, we should get her for Waller. And I'm like, that's a fantastic idea, and I'm so glad we did. She is incredible.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask, the other lady that you have in there besides Miss Dent, is she playing the masked God, I don't want to give it away.
You can say it if you want to. It's not a huge spoiler.
Is she playing Cheshire?
She is Cheshire, yep.
Oh my God, man.
She's fantastic too. She's like she's a kid actor actually. She's a teenager. and she is incredible.
Wow.
She's incredible. Yeah, I even made a mask for her. We filmed the actual mission they go on already, and
Yeah.
I took some mask from Demon Slayer and turned it into the exact copy of the mask from the Young Justice cartoon.
Ah,
She loved it. She thought it was awesome.
yeah, because I was wondering. I mean, because obviously you pull from different genres of the DC universe. I mean, you're pulling from the Arkham series games. I was hoping that she'd be the Cheshire from Young Justice, because
yes.
that was a powerful story arc for
Mhm.
that character.
Oh yeah.
And I think you got the Bronze Tiger look down.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the way you had your character, the Red Hood, Jason Todd. I mean, like I said, the scar, the J on the cheek, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, man. This was the stuff that I really appreciated about your storytelling. Like I said, you took your own part of that Batman universe and made it your own. And I'm telling you, man, I'm just, and of course, the guy that you first get into with is Deadshot.
Yes, he is hilarious. He lives in Richmond. And so when he came for that day, because that day we actually, believe it or not, the side with Waller and Slade was one day we filmed. The side with everybody else was a separate day.
Oh,
we
wow,
were
nice.
never there together. Yeah, it was insane, but it matched so well. And so when he showed up, my brother actually had to read for Waller when she wasn't there when we were filming for the Suicide Squad. And it was just very comical. But when I first go up to Deadshot or Floyd and I'm like, I swear if I have my guns on me, I would kill you right now. And I go up to him and I'm like, what are you going to do about it, big guy? He and I start busting out laughing before anybody yells cut. And then I'll tell you that one time in the squad mission, which a lot of people have already seen this, so it won't be a spoiler. But when he's all like, he bitch slaps me like Will Smith.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The moment he does it, he just starts laughing. I'm like, dude, Damien, what are you doing?
But when you did that in the table read, everybody busted out laughing.
Oh, they did.
Because it was a real funny read or a scene.
Yeah.
And again, I love how you guys were just, you were talking and you would stop and you take the notes and everything else. And sadly, as time went on, certain people had to leave because of obligations and whatnot else.
And they started getting sleepy.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, they're like, man, must be going great. You're still there. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I need to go because you're distracting me. I'm trying to keep up with the story. So everyone here, they were like, man, you've kind of got a hit with, with Jason and this Red Hood thing, because believe it or not, guys, our video and the Cosmic Portals history. Now you got to remember, we're a small channel. We don't have thousands of viewers, and we don't. But we have over 3,000 likes when we first brought you on.
That's amazing. That is so awesome.
Over 3,000 views, which I have to admit, I was kind of feeling myself because I created this whole thing, just to showcase and spotlight, local talent in the 757 area and everything else. And Detective Marshall was the one that went kind of viral. He's the first one to hit 1K. And I'm like, all the videos I've done. And he does a video on Superman and he goes 1K. And, I'm a Batman fan. That doesn't stand for me. It's got to be a Bat family that takes the lead. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there with you in the video that we did. It was like, I think it had hit like 75 or 80. And then it just like slowed down. And like, I'd maybe get every couple of days, I'd get like one view.
Right.
And then one day, boom, 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 it took off. And I want to thank you for that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you though.
I like I said, man, I just love what you guys are doing. It has just been such an honor to sit there listen to what you guys were doing, seeing how you guys are doing the production stuff, and you know what I mean. And of course, having you on the show, and then that you brought guests, and you know, um, getting to see the people and getting to hear the people at the table read. It was awesome. You know what I mean? Watching these actors and actresses, or however they want to present themselves, go through the lines and actually, read them. And then some of them then were like your guy who played Penguin he was in it.
Oh yes, he always is. Most of his
was,
lines are ad-libbed, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes.
He was in it, man, and I was just like, wow, it was just awesome to watch him go through his stuff. And old man was on point with it. He was just
yes.
And another thing, that you had the guy that was playing Alfred, right? he also did something for Slade.
Yeah, he was reading for Alfred, Slade, and Sal Maroni. Yeah.
And that was another thing. I love how you did that. You brought in the gangsters, the whole mythos of the gangsters and stuff like that. You tied it all in perfectly. Riddler was not just no disrespect to Mr. Frank Gorshin.
Yeah.
Wasn't this this guy was on point with what he was doing. He was on point with what he was doing. And you know what I mean? The way you wrote the build up to everything was just like, and then it clicked to me. It was just like the character's motivation was just like the character's motivation in the Batman movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was that diabolical. You may think you know Gotham, but you don't know Gotham. But I've shown Gotham. And I've shown you that and I was just like, oh my God. And then of course she dropped that other little thing down there, and I was like, so again, when can we expect to see the first couple of episodes? Or go ahead and take center stage on that. When can we expect to see anything?
So we still have about 3 more episodes to drop in season 1. But right now we're in the mid-season season 1 break, because we actually have a few more scenes we got to film that were last-minute add-ons to have things make more sense in season 2. So when we'll actually drop episode 1, part 1 and part 2 for season 2 will be this summer. I'm hoping for May or June. But yeah, we'll say May or June and see what happens. But yeah, that's my hope. The rest of the season will just be dropped as we go, because we'll be filming season 2 from beginning of March to end of May, if not middle of June, because we got a ton of stuff. Cal, we got like so many scenes in 7 episodes, and it's a ton. And a lot of characters have their own monologues, which I'm very excited about doing. So
see, that's again, I just love the way you had this world. And to be honest with you, the reason why I love Convivial, it was the first time that I actually cosplayed cosplay. Anything else that I had normally did was like hat, t-shirt type deal, you know what I mean, with some type of whatever. But I got to do my Klingon logo, and then we met you guys, and I said at THC I wanted to do the Michael Lane Azrael cosplay. And that's when my man from California, Mr. Rodney Santos, he said, well, I got a Christmas present for you. And he sent me the sword.
That's just crazy.
And, I was like, man, because I've been all about, my Mandalorian stuff and everything else, but I wanted to represent DC in such a way. I personally don't feel the body type for Batman, because anytime I think Batman, I want to see that physique. I want to believe that's Batman.
Yeah.
I said, but Azrael, that's a
Mhm.
tank. That's
Oh,
just
yes.
a big tank. You know what I mean? I was
Mhm.
like, I throw all that on, I'm good to go. And the fact that it was Michael Lane, the gang task force cop, and everything else, and the Suit of Sorrows. So I'm going back to Convivio, knowing now that I'm a better cosplayer. But after seeing you guys, I was just like, man, I love that. I love what you're doing. I love how
Thank
you're
you.
doing it. I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
can't wait for people to see it. So, of course, now you're on permanent rotation here on the Dogs of Gotham, but the Cosmic Portal will always be shouting out your stuff that you're doing,
Thank you.
promoting your videos as soon as they drop or whatever else. We're going to be pushing those out there because, again, man, I'm telling you, I enjoyed your story so much.
Thank you.
I cannot wait for people to get to that point and be like, man, this guy was really, I'm like, yeah, I know. What is your future projects, if you can divulge a little bit of that?
Yes. I was actually hoping you would ask that, honestly, because I got a question for you involving that, actually.
Oh,
So
okay.
with after we drop all of season 2, it is safe to say this now because it's set in stone. We're not gonna cancel it or anything. We will be doing a spinoff that will be 4 episodes called Gotham Knights Rising. And now I'm sure viewers at home are probably thinking, oh, you mean like Gotham Knights, the universally hated game, but I want to play it anyway. Um,
It's a
the
good game.
See, yes, I keep
I'm
hearing it
telling you.
is.
Well, I'm playing Red Hood in that game. There's no
As you
Batman. So
should.
if there's no Batman, I can just go ahead and be, I show no mercy. I'm
Well, then you'll love our show.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No
You know what I
Batman in the
mean?
show. Like, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's a great game as far as being a Red Hood fan.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what
absolutely.
it is like to play the other characters. I don't play the other characters. I only
Yeah,
play the
no,
Red Hood.
as it should
But
be.
go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So our lineup, it's a lot different. It's something DC's never done. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. My Gotham Knights project started as something I called Batwoman and the Outsiders, but then through actors that didn't want to commit, and I love the actress that plays her, Kate Kane. You'll end up seeing her at our season finale of season 1. She's amazing. I've known her for my entire filmmaking career of 4 years. She's great. But she does a lot of musicals, plays, stuff like that. So it's hard to, pin her
Lock her
down
down.
for a date that we need to film with her. So I ended up not making her Batwoman. She's just Kate Kane still. But I can't have a TV show called Batwoman and the Outsiders without Batwoman. So through the
Yeah.
course of that, I was like, well, I have this storyline with, what happens to Ben Turner post season 2. I can't say much about who's part of the team because it is kind of spoilery, but I will say this. It's 4 members: Bronze Tiger, Duke Thomas, who we introduced in our pilot movie in a picture. I've been planning this for a long time about him being the Signal. Oh, he's a good friend of mine named Isaiah. Fantastic guy. But then the third of 4 members, the fourth one I can't say, but Cal, you know who it is. But the third one is Cassandra Siones, or Cassandra Kane, whatever you want to call her. In my stuff, she's Cassandra Siones, but she is now a original hero I created called Blackbird in the Gotham Knights show. She will look like her orphan costume when she had the hood and the mouth mask.
Yeah.
But she'll have a gold-edged bat symbol on her chest, and then she'll have her classic, almost Court of Owl's Talon-esque boots that she's always had in that look. She'll have those boots. She'll have white hand wrapping like boxers wear. That way, because she's a very violent fighter, and I really want the blood to show when she beats the crap out of people. If she's wearing black ones, you don't see blood that well. So I was like, I'm going with white. And the girl that plays her, Zoe, she is fantastic, and she's wanted to get violent ever since I cast her. which is concerning because she's a teenager and that's a little weird, but we love Zoe, so it's okay. But yeah, the fourth member, I cannot say until season 2's out and everybody watches it, whatever. But Cal knows who I'm talking about. I just don't really want to say because it's a big spoiler.
No,
But
don't say.
I'm
Let
not
them
gonna
be
say it.
surprised
No,
when
no,
you do that. Because I'm
But
telling you, when you told me, I was like, oh.
I think I told you when we first met, actually. I told you about this show when we first met, and I told you the lineup, showed you the picture, the poster, the makeshift poster I made, and you're like, that's incredible. But I really, Brandon Freeman, who plays Bronze Tiger, he came to me since, we bench Batman. We retired Batman in season 2. We kind of had to do it because the guy that plays him, his name's Wayne, he has 2 kids and a lady. So he can't, and he has a full-time job as an electrician. So he can't really play Batman anymore. So I understand, it's all right. But through that, it forced me to be more creative, which was fantastic. And I thank Wayne for that, like seriously. But Brandon came to me after that news happened and he was all like, well, what are we going to do? Because Brandon helps me in the writing room sometimes. Like I'll bounce ideas off of him because he, as you know, when he's on the show the other day, I guess early this month, I'm not sure. You saw how nerdy he is like us. So he's very into the comics. He knows what he's talking about. And he's my best friend too. So I had to like bounce ideas off of him. And so I was like, well, I'm not sure. And so he came to me, and I know Brandon's probably going to correct me next time he's on here if I'm saying something wrong, but because he does that a lot. But he did say to me, he's like, well, what happens if Bronze Tiger, and this was a joke he said, he's like, what happens if Bronze Tiger, takes a page out of Jace Fox and becomes the African-American Batman? I said to him, no, I'm sorry. No, I love Bronze Tiger. I can't just take away Bronze Tiger and turn him into Batman because he beats Batman in hand-to-hand combat. He can't just become Batman. So I'm like, no. I mean, it's a funny idea. It's a funny joke for sure. But Bronze Tiger is just so awesome. I mean, people call me and Brandon the DC equivalent of Deadpool and Wolverine. And it is so awesome. But yeah, so I said to him, I was like, well, it won't be that you're going to be putting on the cape and cowl in Gotham Knights, but I will say in Gotham Knights, you will be in the role of what Batman once was. You will be the leader of the new Bat family, the Gotham Knights. And he's the leader of them now. And so, and he's a father figure in that show. And it's very, very funny, honestly. And that one of the characters that I can't mention, and then Cassie have a sibling dynamic, and I'm very excited to explore that because the two people that play them are so fantastic, hilarious. They're just nice people, fun to work with, and it's going to be a blast. We're going to be filming Gotham Knights in the fall. And like I said, it's 4 episodes, so I think they're called maxi series when they're like really, really small. Yeah. But then I know I watched I watched your show that you dropped after the table read like twice actually, and you mentioned something about me doing my short film for what's going to wrap up our entire DC lore, and that's going to be Batman Beyond. I'm excited about that one. That one, we're going to actually do the Royal Flush Gang. I don't know if you watched that fan film they recently did with the guy that played Beast Boy from Titans.
Yeah.
No disrespect to him. He's a fantastic actor. It was not the best. It was not the best. And I wish they would have done better for Batman Beyond's costume. So much as where he has lips. He had that dome, almost like Jason Todd Batman suit from Battle for the Cow. Yeah. Our Batman Beyond, and I'm very excited to say this, will have lips and his mouth will move.
Oh, dang.
How we're going to do that, and this is awesome. I'm very excited. Yes, those are fantastic. I've wanted to introduce them for a long time, and we're finally able to, which is just awesome. But how we're going to do Batman Beyond's moving lips, we're going to make a cowl and do the eyes like they did Hugh Jackman Wolverine's mask, where it actually had the white lenses, and that was
Right.
not VFX. That was real, and I'm like, that's incredible. So I'm gonna try and study that cowl, make Batman Beyond's cowl like that, but like right here and right here and here will be his skin painted black to match his cowl. So he has the nose and the moving lips, and I'm excited. You actually, I think, I'm not sure if you met him, but the guy that's playing Batman Beyond was at the table read.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
He ended up leaving about halfway through, but his name is Jeremiah.
Okay,
Dude's
I remember him.
fantastic.
He was right in front of me.
He was,
Yeah.
yes, yep, yeah. I'm very excited for that one, and you know what's interesting is through the Gotham Knights show, we do meet some familiar faces, and I'm gonna just say it because I am a diehard fan of Static Shock.
No, you're not.
I grew up with him. He's my favorite superhero as a kid, and I would watch that show so much that my brother's not a huge fan of it now because I watched it so much.
Yeah.
But we will be introducing I can't say the character's name, but the person that I keep referring to as mystery character we can't talk about. Through that character in high school, Gotham High, we will be meeting that character's friend circle, and it will be Virgil Hawkins, Richie Foley, Max Gibson, and the last person I forgot. But yes, I am very excited.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
Man,
I'm like, oh, I'm so ready to go into Gotham Knights because I've been doing Red Hood for 4 years, pretty much writing it, filming it, whatever. That I'm just like, I want to film something, and this is going to sound weird, but that I'm not actually in.
Yeah.
And see how it goes. It really, really is. And I've already cast all the Gotham Knights. I'm in the process of casting Virgil and Richie, and I already cast Max as an adult in the Batman Beyond short film, but I have not cast a kid version of her yet because it's very difficult to find somebody that looks just like the adult that's playing her. What I will say is, have you ever read, what's it called? Doomsday Clock? The sequel to
No.
Watchmen? No?
No.
Do you care if I say some things that are a little spoilery? Okay. So I love Watchmen. In fact, my parents for Christmas got me the complete collection of all 6 volumes in hardcover. So beautiful. It is a nice set. And the spine makes the skeletons kissing while the bomb's blowing up behind them. The 2 skeletons. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. But in Doomsday Clock, it is a direct sequel to Watchmen. And it was, if Dr. Manhattan came to the DC world, what would happen? But there was a lot of things that they left unanswered in Watchmen. Fantastic. I suggest anybody who hasn't read it, read it. It's awesome. But there's a lot of naked Dr. Manhattan, which is very weird. But but the thing that I'm actually pulling from for Doomsday Clock that I'm going to be putting in my Gotham Knight show is, I don't remember the exact wording because it's been like a long time since I've read that, but they tackled an issue regarding metahumans, and it was like this, it was a law they put in place. It was kind of like the Accords, the Sokovia Accords in Civil War, very much like that, because they had a firestorm and a few other metahumans accidentally killed people. There were accidents. It was a whole global thing that they were trying to have metahumans work for the government, and if they didn't, they would kill them. And it got to where they were hunting down Superman, and it was insane. It was nuts. But so with Gotham Knights, I'm actually tackling that topic because we have the Signal, who in my show is just now developing his metagene. It's just now showing up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so he's in Gotham University, but then Virgil and that friends group, they're at Gotham High. So in Gotham Knights, it is more of a family-friendly show. It's going to be 14 and not MA, just because there are a lot of kid actors that are in it, and they want to actually watch it.
Yeah.
So, which I get, but it does have a different feel. Like I said, Ben Turner's more of a father figure. We tackle high school life, college life, more police drama that like what we had in season 2, more focused on a character you love, which I told you about at the table read.
Yeah.
Which I know you're excited.
Oh man, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm just blown away. You are now in permanent rotation here on the Dogs of Gotham.
I really appreciate that.
No, we love having you. I know the others would have, if prior commitments had not, pushed them away, they would have loved to have been here. So we're going to come back with you in March.
Mhm.
If there's a scene that you need to film, I can talk to Jim about getting you down at Yester Toys. If you need to do something there, we can
Oh,
do
yes.
that.
I actually have one in mind for that place with the mystery character I can't talk about. So,
all right. Well, I'm also working on your riddle box.
yes.
Yeah, I was
Really?
talking to him. So me and him are going to talk tomorrow about your Riddler box.
Cool. I was
So-
actually thinking about trying to swing by tomorrow. So
Oh,
definitely
look,
let
I'll
me
be there.
know.
I'll be there all day from 11 to 7. I will be there.
I'll definitely try and swing by, see if Marco can take me or whatnot.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you.
Shoot.
It's kind of spoilery, but at this point, everybody knows your favorite character. So me saying your favorite characters in my show, they know it's Michael Lane, they know it's Azrael. So I'm in the process of casting a guy to play Detective Lane in season 2 and in Gotham Knights. But like I told you, and this is a spoiler, but I'm going to say it because why not? At the end of episode 1 of Gotham Knights, which is what I told you at the table read, Michael Lane ends up finding, pause for dramatic effect, he finds the All Blades. They speak to him, and that's where he gets his Azrael persona, his costume, all of it. But I really wanted to pull kind of like a Lou Ferrigno and I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. Bruce Banner from the Hulk
Bill Bixby.
TV show. Yes. With Michael Lane. I want to get this guy for Michael Lane, but I want to get somebody else to be Azrael. Do you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I think so.
That means you. That means you.
Well, I would be honored to do it. I mean, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I will part the Red Seas to get to wherever you need me to be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I like I said, as soon as Convivial is over, that's the thing that I'm working on. I'm looking at my mask over there. I was, I had a friend of mine was like, hey man, I got somebody that can weather it. I'm like, weather it. Have my son-in-law go down to the gun range, pop some bullet holes in there.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just going to be, and then I'm going to light the thing on fire.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
As you should, yes.
Yeah, I want it to be that, that rough look. You know what I mean? I want that real rough look to it. So I'm definitely in.
Oh yeah. I mean, we film in the fall, so you should hopefully be done with the suit by then and everything. And I have my all blade props that we're going to be using again, with the fire effects that I got for them and everything. But we have one fan on social media. He has his own Red Hood fan page, and he actually sometimes I'll bounce ideas off of him because he is a diehard hoodie fan. He's actually schooled me on things I didn't know about Jason Todd, and I thought I knew everything. And I'm like, that's crazy. But I said to him, I was like, so what do you think of the idea of and I explained to him some of the spoilers in the show that I'm not going to say, but then I said to him, I was like, well, that Jason in my show gets the All Blades in season 1. And I said to him, I was like, well, what do you think if the way Michael Lane becomes Azrael is if he gets the All Blades and they have souls in them and they talk to him kind of like the Dr. Fate helmet, and the Dr. Fate the swords are kind of like the Dr. Fate helmet in the sense of once what's his name? Kent Nelson. Once he puts the helmet on, the suit comes on. So I was like, well, once Michael Lane grabs the swords, I was thinking of taking pages from the Wednesday TV show where she gets her vision and she just goes back and whatnot. I was like, well, what happens if Michael Lane grabs the swords, he goes back, his eyes turn completely white, and then it will, this is how the first episode ends for Gotham Knights. It just cuts to black. You just see the white eyes. He's grabbing the swords and they're on fire. And you hear the whispers of the souls in the swords. And they call his name. And then it just cuts to credits. And it's going to be so crazy because the next time we see him, he will be full-fledged, well, you as Azrael. And it'll just be crazy because I don't want to say too much, but it's just going to be nuts. I really don't actually know that much about Azrael outside of the Arkham game. So I think I'm going to be coming to you a lot for notes and make sure I'm getting things right.
Look, you've already got my thing because while I was there at the store, this bad boy came in.
Oh, snap.
And I had to have it, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So, but when the game came out, like I said, I had to have that.
Oh, yes.
So
I have so many of those.
Man, I have all 4 of those. But I went and got most of the old Azrael stuff. I got him, of course, as Batman. But this, the Armor of Sorrows and everything else.
Oh yeah.
But this is kind of where I'm basing the suit off of course, minus all of that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to be more more in depth with what I wanted to, because I love that whole Arkham thing. He came to Batman, and then Batman was like, look, there he goes.
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going?
Hey, Morgan, right. Detective Marshall. We're almost at the end of the show, sir. I know you were busy. I know you were catching up on your schoolwork. I'm glad
we
you
had
could
just
join
gotten
us.
back in the house, and I've heard a little bit of what you guys were saying. Sounds quite interesting. I can't wait to see what happens with Azrael. So that's going to be exciting.
Thank you. You can thank Cal for that, because I wouldn't have had the idea otherwise.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you get to see the trailer?
I did not.
Okay, so I know for those of you who saw it, you're going to see it again, because
I mean, it's worthy of twice, you know.
Yeah,
sometimes thrice.
Hold on. I know I watched it a couple of times, and I know my wife was like, "Okay, you can take that in your room now." Yeah. But I couldn't help it. So let me see if I can get this up here. Oh, I got to share a screen, and I'm going to be leaning on you a little heavier, Mark, because for some reason, whatchamacallit would not. The other streaming thing would not pick up my mic or my camera.
Okay.
So that's why we had to come back over here. But here we go. Let's make sure you guys can hear it.
Well, what do you know? Our newest member is dead, Robin.
You know, Roy talks about you a lot. He seems to trust you with his life. Shame I don't share that sentiment. That's why you look so familiar. I watched you die on the dark web.
Your kind isn't welcome here.
I swear, if I had my guns on you right now, I would kill you.
Ooh.
What are you gonna do about it, big guy?
All right, that's enough. Now, for the reason I called you all here. For over a decade, Argus has been searching for a very powerful item known as the Heart of Darkness. And if fallen into the wrong hands, it could very well destroy the world.
And what if Argus is the wrong hands?
The last time it was in your grasp, my son died. I think it's wise, Walla has it. I would hate for someone else to get killed in the process.
As I was saying, I will be sending you 6 into Candace Labs, where we believe it is being kept under lock and key. Yes, Miss Den.
If that's what we're doing, why do we need his help then? Don't we have enough firepower?
Well, yes, while that may be true, Jason has a history with wielding magical items. He will be the one to handle the heart after it is found. Now, it is the only way to ensure it won't kill someone else, as it did Mr. Wilson's son.
Hey, I'm okay with that. At least this time I don't have to wear a stupid mustache. What? I'm just saying.
If you would have listened, stop playing with the damn thing, you wouldn't have an issue.
Mr. Wilson will be running point on this mission, so if we by some reason lose contact, he will be in charge.
So I have to follow his orders? Like hell I do. Not after he's tried to kill Roy and Dick.
It is obvious this room is full of distrust, so think of this mission as a trust exercise.
There you go. I'm telling you. Look, hold on. Let me get that. All right. The table read was amazing. That's why I cannot wait for you to join us the next time he does one, because I'm telling you, I had the Batman soundtrack playing. I'm sitting there, he's dropping little nuggets, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God, did he just say? And it's its own little, I guess, it's its own Earth. You know, remember like we had Earth 17 and all this other stuff. I mean, I know what James Gunn has done. Go ahead.
I call it Earth 222. That's my birthday.
There you go. There you go. Like there you go. Yeah, I mean, but it was just, you know, I see now as a fan, I see now the need for a multiverse or an Elseworlds, so you can tell these type of stories without corrupting a timeline or without having to adhere to 85 years of dogma of Batman, of Superman, or you know what I mean. But again, to be able to experience all that in real time was amazing. And I thank you for that opportunity. Detective Marshall, he's in our rotation every month. We got to get you out to there to see one of those things, because when I was there, I stood up and, you know, I told everybody that, you know, we're from the Cosmic Portal. We do the Dogs of Gotham show. They were gracious enough to let me take some pictures. After this show premieres, of course, I'm going to go ahead and reset those all up. I have to work tomorrow, but I'm off Thursday. And of course, Thursday will be last minute preps for the con. And of course, to give your show another push. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, with that GoFundMe, we got to get at least $895 more.
Okay, send me that so I can push that, and I will keep pushing that. You know what I mean? Especially after well, we'll talk about it at the convention as well, but we'll go ahead and we'll push it hard when we come back. We're not leaving the Cosmic Portal, but the Dog Show is officially a North Carolina chapter show. It's nice. Flagship show.
Yeah.
So Big L, Detective Garrett, will be leading the charge, and of course, you know, we're going to play it here on the portal, but the more exposure. So if there's anything after this weekend that you need, flyers, whatever else, bring them by the store.
Absolutely.
You know, you can, drop them off at the store and say, hey, leave these for Calibus. I can take there. I can, push it there. I can take it to the conventions that we're going to. We will be at THC in September.
Okay.
Yeah. My goal is, what is this? March, April, May. Yeah, by May, full Azrael. By May.
Yes.
I'm more excited, and I'm thanking you for the opportunity to actually be in your production. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I'm going to definitely get into this whole thing. Now, if we can just draw Marky Mark into a cosplay without just a t-shirt and a hat, we can get him in there. But Jason, again, man, thank you for your time. Thank you for this production. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find, matter of fact, you tell them where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, not Facebook yet, but I'm working on that. YouTube, IMDb now, which is incredible, and Backstage. All the socials, including IMDb, will be, I said that wrong. Anyways, it's all under JC Productions. Instagram's JC Productions _ between the two words and 222 at the end, again, because that's my birthday and the number of our Earth. And then I'll be posting as well tomorrow on all of our socials, our GoFundMe, casting calls, because we're desperate. We're in desperate need of people right now. We got 70 speaking roles in season 2, and we only have about 25 people that have signed on. So, yeah. Oh, yep, that's us.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your opportunity to show some support for something that's local. And if you're a DC fan, I implore you to check out what we're going to talk about when he gives us the GoFund information. We're going to put it out there. Please help out this production as much as possible. Please watch the films. If you're not watching it here on the Cosmic Portal, please go to his site and watch
Please.
films, because this is a part of what's going on here as far as fandom, and it's a good DC production. It's local people and some not so local coming as far as Richmond coming down to help do this. So please, if you want to see more stuff like that, this is the place. JEC Productions, come visit us here at the Cosmic Portal. Jason will be with us at least once a month, every month, starting in March. So I want to thank him. I want to thank Detective Marshall for doing what he had to do and then joining us. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm really pleased to see that this is going the way it is. I don't like that view.
Yeah, that's better.
It's been a while since I had to work with this.
As
soon as we can work out the kinks, we'll be back on our regularly platform doing what we're doing. I had to put this together because for me, this was kind of too important. Tomorrow, we'll be talking with someone else about some Batman stuff and, of course, his promotion. But for right now, this is what I'm talking about, the Red Hood. JEC Productions on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Instagram.
Yes, sir.
And coming soon to Facebook.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, then. Guys, we're going to be out of here. Thank you for joining us, and have a great night.